Yes, bro.
Cámara, güey, cámara.
And I was like, damn, these low-key firing. I looked down like, damn, they're all gone. I was like, oh hell, they're like 300 milligrams.
Don't you always do that? You did that with the donuts once.
Hey, dude, you got it.
Keep the donuts out.
That's a good idea. Nah, we'll talk about it later.
You had trouble breathing? You said, quit.
So mommy's like, alright, I'm sorry. 3, 2, 1.
Dude, okay.
Alright, so here we are again with another episode on the Titt Litt podcast. You know, you already know the daily thing, or the weekly thing. Your host, Angel, Chupes,
Hey, what up?
Chino.
What's up?
And today we have a guest that I think, me and Chino, I don't know about you, but I've been excited for it.
Yeah,
We've been pumped up for it. I think every time we have a guest, we're pumped up for it.
Yeah.
Because it gives it a different vibe and, you know, more to talk about.
Oh yeah.
But this week we have Oscar. You want to introduce yourself, bro?
What's up, everybody? It's your boy DJ Travieso. Also, Oscar, however you want to know me. However you know me as.
Oscarito. I'm going to call him Oscarito now.
There we go. Yeah, here with the boys. Titt Litt.
Yeah.
Oscarito.
Every time we see him now, Oscarito, everyone's like looking around.
Hey, what up,
What is-
Oscarito?
Guys, this wasn't in my contract. Come on.
You guys need to talk about it. I didn't come here to get roasted. I'm out. I'm out.
It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna be the victim. I'm out. Just like stick with this guy.
Like, alright, I'm gone.
So yeah, we have DJ Travieso here. You guys might know him from Arena, right?
Yeah,
You do any other gigs or something like that?
Wedding, quinceañeras. I've been trying to cross over to the American culture.
Oh, dope.
So
Okay.
I've been kind of doing bilingual weddings too. So,
What? It's
Yes.
dope.
yeah. I'm doing that this year, so
Hey.
hopefully.
And like, you're gonna switch it up that when you do that at Arena too?
No, it's just like I want to take advantage of it since I'm bilingual.
Okay,
And do American weddings.
Right.
You know, and do Hispanic weddings and do
Oh, it's for your wedding.
More
Yeah.
for private events.
Yeah.
Do
That's really dope.
crossover.
Yeah. What made you like want to make the crossover? Because of like the culture, or like people were just like, hey, just throw in more.
What made me want to do the culture was switch like to the crossover was probably
I was like, what happened?
We're just
I'm here in the back and I watch all of you guys do that.
No, dude.
I didn't want to interrupt him because I was like, bro, I'm having trouble breathing. I'm like,
I was trying to tell you to speak louder, but let's just keep going.
look, now you interrupted.
This is how it
I
goes.
thought we were insulting each other, bro.
And I was like calling dude like,
I'm gonna start dancing over here.
we started dancing.
You gotta get in the action, bro.
If you get, we're also this week we're also doing a video. We're recording the video, so if you guys do want to watch our video,
The visuals.
the visuals of the podcast, go check it out on the YouTube channel. But we were just throwing hand signals at each other and we just started laughing for no reason. But alright,
Back to what you were saying.
back to what you were saying, bro.
My bad, bro.
No, you're good. It's all good.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Bro, he's that angel chill.
Damn, bro. I'm trying to hear him talk, bro.
Welcome to the Rose Cast. No,
So violent, bro.
Holy shit.
God, is that you?
This place is haunted, bro.
I'm out, bro.
I'm telling you.
Before you say anything, it's just like, hey, wait, hold on.
It might be, bro, because Peter said he hears some noise over here.
Yeah, man, I'm
bro.
telling you, this place is kind of weird.
Somebody probably just passed gas.
You guys didn't even. I have a story with this, but I'm gonna let him talk. You
I
guys
know. Shit, damn, shut up.
Yeah.
Alright, go, bro.
Oh, so what made me do the crossover was like I said, I was just trying to take advantage of me being bilingual and see if I could. It was almost like a challenge for me
Hell yeah.
because I've been doing this for a while and like doing arena every single weekend is kind of like it doesn't get boring, and it doesn't get like over, but it kind of gets stale.
Yeah.
So yeah, repetitive, and it's almost like a routine almost. So like I'm trying to branch out and do different things.
I feel like you wouldn't feel the music as much as you used to, like as that first listen, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So you can't really enjoy that song, you know, that you really than when you first heard it.
Right. Like I can't like I listen to music like every day. So like if a new song comes out, I'm on top of it, and I play it, and like when I listen to like on Spotify and stuff, like I analyze it in my head. Like I have that ear now. Like okay, it goes in here. Like there's something to transition it, or vice versa.
That's dope.
So like I kind of like have an idea of how I'm gonna mix it in. And yeah, like you said, like I can't listen to it more than 3 times in a row anymore because it's just repetitive.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes like I don't even add them to my playlist on my Spotify because I don't want to like
ruin it for yourself.
So like I only play at the club and I listen to it at the club and I jam at it at the club.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's
smart thinking. Yeah. Because there'd be some songs you're like, man, I want to hear it again.
Right.
Oh,
and it just gets you in the mood sometimes, you know. But like I don't want to kill it for me. Just listen to it at the club.
Hell yeah, that's dope. That's dope thinking.
That's awesome, man. I think we kind of should get started with the questions that I send you. I'll try to put them in order.
Shut up, please.
My bad.
Every time, dude.
Damn, bro.
Dude,
Shit.
Si no toses, güey, estornudas, haces ruido, güey. Como que le bajan.
Primero se están quejando de que no, güey, que nos saca bien calladito y ahora que empiezo, güey, chinga tu madre, güey.
It's allergies, bro.
Allergy season, that is so right.
So I can,
This is allergy season for us, by the way. Those watching the video.
Hey, I found a weird thing. My brother, a little brother, since he's like super allergic to pollen, he told me this weird fact or whatever. He said like the main reason why your eyes get itchy or whatever. Like, do your eyes get itchy?
Yeah, I have allergies.
Yeah. So like when your eyes get itchy, right? That's a chemical that's supposed to like make your eyes like scratch your eyes or whatever, and it makes your body like sleepy. So it's almost like the more you scratch your eyes, the more tired you're getting.
wait, really?
Yeah.
I mean,
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
You'd be like, dude, for hours, dude.
You
You're
just
like,
want to close your eyes and just like.
Oh
yeah.
no, that makes sense. Cause
Right?
like a few weeks ago, my allergies were like super
Kicking,
bad,
bro.
and I was just like, God, I just want to chill here and like rest.
Just nobody touch me. Nobody mess with me.
Yeah.
fuck, I hate allergies, dude.
It's insane.
Yeah, I don't have
My allergies kind of
Fuck.
went down. Did your guys' too?
Yeah,
Yeah, a little bit.
a little
It's kind of
bit.
boring.
There'd be times though where I'm like, I'm
I try
outside.
to stay in. I put myself in a cage.
Yeah, pretty much.
Isolate myself from the world.
Not me, bro.
So let's start with like kind of like the first question we had was what inspired you to be a DJ?
See, I don't even know if I wanted to be a DJ. I just know I wanted to be like a performer.
Okay.
Like,
dope.
I always
Okay.
wanted to be. I always wanted to be in front of a crowd. Like I always wanted. Like I always saw myself playing drums, learn how to play guitar. Like I still want to learn, but I always want to be in front of the crowd. But like I actually became a DJ almost by accident.
What?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
almost by accident because I started like all this started because of my uncle and my dad.
Oh, dope. So your dad supports you.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, they both started like just like well, let's make money out of being DJs at small parties and this and that.
Yeah.
And I was 11 years old when they started that, and I just started by helping them connect, carry speakers, carry cables,
Okay.
this and that. I was just like a little roadie, like a little helper
Oh
for them.
shit, man. That's dope.
And little by little, as technology evolved, because we started with CDs, you know, and CDs were hard back then. And so like my uncle was basically like he's still an MC.
Oh,
like,
dope. He's an MC?
Yeah, so
Hell
like,
yeah.
like he just like anything about oh shit.
Oh, we got real. He's like, man, go for it.
You got it?
I had to bring the horchata out, you know, we're having a good ass conversation. So
Yeah.
Sounds Berta's Greek.
for real, dude. He just looked at me like, no mames, que culero, güey.
He's like, bro, that's not even milk, bro.
Y él, mi puta agua, me tardé como media hora haciéndola, güey. La neta, güey.
You gotta have the right combination of powder, sugar, water, bro.
Balance it, bro.
I can picture this dude as
Hey,
a
it's not
lab
that
coat.
bad, though.
No, it's not. Picture this dude with the lab coat on,
Chingate,
bro.
¿no?
I'm about to get
Fucking like,
bro, he has fucking
With goggles.
He's like, Pito, holding your gas.
Pito, get ready for this.
No te pasaste, we needed less.
No squirting in here, man. Look, bro, he's mad.
No, I'm just watching the movie,
I look at
bro.
this man. I
You
look
guys interrupted him again.
This is how it goes. We
No,
always
it's cool.
interrupt
It's
each
cool.
other
It's
or
fine.
anything,
It's
but
fine.
that's the vibe that we always have.
Te falta un vaso, güey.
No, bro.
I know you're bad at math, but come on.
Anyway,
Hi everyone, is that
damn.
the owner of the car?
The owner of the apartment, bro. The one who made the water.
You want some?
I'm sorry.
Gracias, güey.
My bad, bro. It's because
Bro,
you
I'm not
slammed
gonna
it and the thing is recording right there.
Oh, my
Come on,
bad.
man.
Hey, man. But
So your uncle is like an MC.
Yeah, like what an MC is like they basically narrate and they talk throughout the party. So he did that, and I used to be his, like I started being his DJ. So like we started with CDs, and I used to have like my little. Like, I don't even know how to go.
It was like a book of
Like,
CDs, bro.
yeah, like booklet. I used to have those, and mine was like the go-to thing because I had all the music.
that's
Like I
dope.
would download all the music and stuff. And like once technology evolved, we got a laptop, and then I started using a laptop, and then from there I started learning a whole bunch of stuff. And now I use like they're not turntables, they're decks. It's like they're called controllers because you control your laptop with it.
Oh, shit.
Yo, wait, that really got too complicated for me right now. Like, no mames, bro.
0 to 100.
Yeah, ponle el freno, güey. No mames, okay?
So it's like they look like turntables, but they're not called turntables because turntables are the ones that use vinyls.
Okay.
Like the old school vinyls, those are turntables. Like they look like turntables, but it's like they're decks. They're called controllers because they help you control the program on your laptop.
So that's pretty much what the big DJs use, like
Yeah.
at events,
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah.
festivals and stuff.
Yeah, and all festivals they use like they're called CDJs because you can actually put CDs in there, but they use a lot of USBs and stuff.
Right.
And festivals, a lot of people use USBs and they just plug in and play.
I mean, think of it. That way they don't have to carry many things if they have to go from one to the other
Yeah.
stage or something.
Yeah. And actually at Arena, you know how they have both sides? I DJ on both sides at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So like when I'm in the bigger side, when it was like the own side and all that, when that's over, I take my hard drive and I take it to the other laptop, plug in, and I'm ready to go.
Oh, that's why when we go and we're like listening to the music, you can kind of like feel the flow change, and that's probably when you're not there,
Yeah,
or
when I switch
when
to
you
the other
leave
side.
and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
So like
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, what
crazy.
the fuck is she just doing over there?
She's eating her fruit. Déjala, güey.
She's
Your fruit.
No, that's her.
That's her.
Oh, I gotta
I'm
say.
bad at it.
She's smart.
Yo, hey, bro, over there, like, she grabbed her fruit. Yeah, she grabbed her food and went into that corner, so we don't like start sniffing around on her food.
Yeah, bro. Everybody's nose was like,
I thought she was checking the angle for it.
alright, man.
So
better
that's crazy, man. Another thing that we had was like, what was like the support? Like, what was your main support, and what did that support feel like? You know, what was your experience with the support when you started?
Like my support system was probably my parents. And it was my dad especially because he was in it with me and he still is with me. Every private event that I do, my dad's with me.
That's dope.
Because he still helps me out. He still helps me. He knows how to connect all the speakers, the systems, and all that. I know more like on the the technology wise.
Feels like more old school.
Yeah, he's more old school and stuff. So like not like more like now like all my lighting that I do, I people used to control it with the controller, and like now I use a tablet. So like, I try to make my life easier by putting technology into it.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
But my dad's my big support system. My mom, also support system. Like they would rather me do this than be out in the streets or doing other stuff and things like that. And DJing taught me a lot of responsibility. It's like it basically put me in the real world at a young age.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah. And I think that's why they support me the biggest reason why they support me.
Yeah.
Because they don't see it as a bad thing.
And did you feel that like at that age? Did
Yeah,
you feel it that way?
They never like said, "Oh, are you sure you want to do this?" They never questioned it.
Damn, that's
So you felt that support like right away, like
Yeah.
damn, I got my parents backing me up.
Yeah.
There was no talking you down from that or anything like that?
No, they never rejected it. They never said they never questioned it or anything. And I think once I graduated from high school, I was doing this through middle school, high school, and even now. So like they I was getting paid money to do what I love, what I like to do. So they didn't really.
They were like, that's good.
Yeah, he loves his. He has a passion for it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like on our end, I feel like us three have all experienced it. Was no support at a young age from our families to what we want to do. Or I don't know about you, but
my dad super strict. Like he'd be like he has a strong conscience. You know what I'm saying? Like so instantly, if I were to feed him like any idea of mine, he'd be like, "Wait, think of this factor first, or think of this factor." So it'd be like I tell him something, he'd be like, "No, that's
we'll show you down."
Yeah.
And I think originally because of that, because the older generation have a different mentality than we do.
Yeah.
They think work harder, not smarter.
Yeah.
And what we're thinking is work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest reason. And if you're like what they're teaching us is not bad at all, because if you work hard and smart, then
it's like a structure.
Yeah, then you're killing both things at once. You know.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah, and I feel like for us, that's why it's been harder to get started on the things that we want to do, all the projects and stuff, because we're just now learning how to support each other.
Right.
From start, find that support. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because for me, I used to go to a Christian church, and I would play instruments. I would do the audio for it, and I wanted to do the video for it.
I'll be nice with Chino.
And go big places within that.
Those eyes grew.
I didn't find the support that I needed. You know, my mom, like you said, had like a different mentality. She, you know, she was just like, oh, it's okay, like it's cool that you're into that, you know, and that's pretty much it, you know. And
good job.
Like bien. But yeah, I never felt that support. So around high school, like in my head, I was like, there's these things that I want to do, and I want to do them for a living, maybe. But in my mind, I kind of still had that mentality of like, nah, after high school, I'm gonna have to get a factory job. I'm gonna have to help pay bills.
Right.
I'm gonna have to live this routine life.
The real world hits you.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
But I feel like the lack of that support and motivation kind of, you know, drains that and doesn't let you overcome
and it
that.
pushes you to like.
Also, when like my bad.
No, you're good.
It's also when like if your mom would have ever say like, oh yeah, no, good job or something on something, it wasn't really heartfelt, or was it just me? You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes they would
she said
just
it because she's your mom.
Yeah, she just said it because she's your mom. She didn't say it because she meant it or anything like that. Was it just you two, or is it just me?
No, I feel like I felt that too, because I remember at one point I wanted to be like a Christian rapper, and I would be into Christian rap, and I would write lyrics down and stuff like that. And I remember like the only thing I had was my iPod, some earbuds with a mic on them, and then that's it. And I would like try to, you know, find a song, instrumental, and just kind of write like lyrics over them and trying to practice how to rap and stuff like that. And I remember being in my room and having like little pillows to make the sound good and everything. Cool. And I'd be like, you know, just going at it. And then like I remember like my mom walked in one time and she kind of just stood and looked at me. And the look I got was like, you know, like, you're crazy. Like, what are you doing? Like, you know, what is this? And she wasn't really about that rap stuff, even though it was like Christian rap.
Right.
She wasn't about it, so I didn't feel that support, you know. And I kind of, at one point, I was just like, you know, I'm gonna give up. Like, maybe.
So you've always been creative.
Yeah.
Like, had a creative mind.
Yeah.
You just never got the experience to break out of your shell until now.
Yeah, and I feel like I realize that now just because we've gone to like all these events, festivals, and I'm like, they did it, you know?
Right,
like, these guys did it.
There's so many young people doing it.
Yeah. And I feel like it's not too late for me, you know? Like, I'm getting older by the year, and it's like, I gotta either do it, or where am I gonna end up, you know? So I was like, yeah, man, and thanks to these guys too, man. They're really supportive, and they're always down to do anything, so it's like, you know, it was like the perfect timing, it clicked.
Perfect timing, perfect support system.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Dude, I think it was really just because we were like, we don't want this factory life anymore.
I think we all realized that you know, we all had that spark at the same time.
Yeah, we were just
Now that I
like,
think about it.
Yeah.
We all three were in sync and we were like,
Like,
yeah,
fuck
fuck this.
for real, yeah. Dude, we probably like had a bad time at work. Everybody that day was just like, yo, this fucking sucks. Like,
Yeah, we
I had a
got
factory job too, right out of high school, and every single day that I would walk in, I'd be like, this isn't forever. This isn't forever. Every single day.
I'm starting to do that now.
Yep.
And that would motivate me to like do what I want to do.
Yeah, I'm starting to do that, man. Every time I'm at work and I see everybody just fucking working, do their own thing, kind of,
Yeah.
you know.
Because they see it as like they're doing it the rest of their life.
Yeah, and so I'm like,
That's depressing.
they have that mentality. I gotta change that shit. So now I'm like, I'm only here for a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do what I
It's
like to
temporary.
do. Yeah, I'm gonna go do what I do. And I'm starting to think that, you know, and that's crazy.
I'm a big believer like in the universe or whatever. So if you put it out there and if you say it, it'll happen.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sure it'll happen for you guys, for anybody else.
Now that you said that, like, church shit came back to mind. You know how they said that, like, words are power, or
Yeah.
yeah,
Something
whatever.
about was it wrong?
Yeah, if you say something, like, you know, it's power that can make it real.
I've heard the same something similar, like your thoughts are energy.
Yeah.
And energy, if you put that energy into the world, that energy's gonna respond and it's gonna make it like a material.
Yeah. No, I truly believe that too, man, because the changes that I've been making in my life, you know, I think them and I say them. I'm like, I gotta be more positive. I gotta be more positive. You know, I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta change my life. And little by little, I felt that change, and it's starting to go there. You know.
And I'm all about positive vibes too, the same way, and that's why if you see my logo, it has a lightning bolt. That's what that lightning bolt means. And it's not just for a logo. It's because it represents energy and it represents positivity. And I want my brand to be based
To
on
transmit that.
Yeah, to transmit
That's
that.
positive, bro.
That's why I always go by the lightning bolt and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like
That's
that.
some good thing right there. Well, now that you explained this, like what
It
the
makes
logo
sense,
means
yeah.
and stuff, how'd you get the name? Like your nickname,
Travieso?
DJ Travieso.
Fuck. I always wanted to make a badass story, but honestly, that's on the back of a t-shirt.
No way.
Yeah, dude. My cousin was like, I was like, that's tight. Fuck it. DJ Travieso. And
But did he have like the actual DJ part of it?
No,
Or
no,
just
no.
Travieso?
Yeah, it was like a Mexican shirt, like old English tags.
Oh, like the cholo ones?
Yeah, the cholo.
Yeah.
It was back in the
That's
cholo
dope.
days. I was like, fuck it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I just kind of like a cool story. Did you get your name? Back of a t-shirt? How'd you get yours? Fucking slayed a dragon.
That's probably his.
That was the dragon's last word.
That'd be a badass fucking story.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd be like, holy shit, bro. Damn.
Oh shit. But
Like, I met this guy that changed my life, and you know I go by DJ Randy now.
Yeah.
This guy's like I saw it in a t-shirt.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
yeah, honestly, that's what it is. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it
Yeah.
or say anything.
That's cool though.
Be real.
And do you think like a lot of people know what the lightning bolt is? Not that one.
Not many people know, and I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I'm okay with people, like, if people ever ask me, like, what's it about, then I'll tell them. You know, people that are actually interested in what I do and my brand, and people can go ahead and ask, you know.
Yeah.
I'm open. I'm gonna tell them straight up, and I'm not gonna be like, oh, no, I'm sorry, you know. Because if people want to know, then they don't know.
Hell yeah.
I think that's really cool, man. They're really cool that you thought about that logo and
Yeah.
wanted to transmit like
Like,
that.
I knew I wanted a lightning bolt, and I knew what I wanted, because one of my biggest inspirations is J Balvin.
Okay.
Whatever he does in his album Energia, like
Oh.
that kind of changed my my way of thinking, and it wasn't so much of like what he said in the album or whatever, but like just his vibes, like his energy.
His energy.
that
He has a really good
that he-
energy.
Oh, yeah,
that he
dude.
gives off, like damn, like that guy
Man's
is
lit.
you know, doing it right.
Yeah.
You know, he's doing it right. So I basically based my inspiration off of him.
That's
Oh.
crazy. And I remember I think like on your snap you posted like a picture of your laptop or something, and you had J Balvin. Or no, I'm thinking of a different thing, bro.
He's like, I'm thinking about my laptop.
He like just exposed myself.
Never mind.
Yeah, bro.
Was it this?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
It was when the concert that I went to go see him.
Or I think you posted
what?
something about his concert.
Dumb. You thought it was.
I actually got to meet him.
Did you?
Yeah,
That's dope. How did that go?
It was, I'm not gonna fucking lie, I cried.
Oh, don't.
Dude, I fucking cried, but like, I didn't hit me, like, I met him, it was a meet and greet, and I said what's up to him, I shook his hand, and we did the post together, and I actually gave him I gave him a piece of my merch.
Okay.
I gave him one of my hoodies,
Right.
and I just don't know if you were like, actually before it or saw it or whatever.
He was like, man,
right.
cleaned his sweat
It's
with
like,
it.
Gucci, the fuck?
Thanks, bro.
I need a towel.
Real tapo, all these
Oh,
people.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, man. It's gonna give
But I gave him a piece of my merch and I wrote him a letter, and I don't know if he actually read it or whatever, but we took a picture, shook his hand. I was so like starstruck that I was gonna the exit was one way, but I was going to the backstage.
Oh,
and he's
shit.
like, oh, it's this way. I'm like, oh shit. And I was like, and so, he like walked me out and like, hey, like they just our seats, and like I sat down. I was like, what the fuck? I just met J Balvin. And like, that's the guy that inspired me to do all this.
Yeah.
And,
Damn, yo. So you knew you were gonna meet him?
yeah, I know.
You bought like the expensive tickets.
Yeah, I bought like $300.
That's still
Went
dope.
all out,
No,
bro.
hell
Hey,
yeah, I
no,
would
man.
too, man.
To be your idol, dude?
Yeah.
Bro, Skrillex would have done that. I
Yeah,
would've
dude,
done
that's
that.
kind of what I felt
Honestly.
like 2 weekends ago seeing Skrillex, dude. Like I cried too seeing Skrillex there.
Dude, it's just when you like so passionate about what they do and like this and that, and you get to see him live and see him in person, like it's a whole different
And, like, what's
experience.
dope is because, like, he's one of your idols.
Right.
And you met that man. That's like,
And I shook his hand.
yeah. It's like, bro, I can do this shit. That's like motivation. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
And to think that they started somewhere, go
Yeah.
to, it's
Yeah.
like they even I think that's what triggers the inspiration.
Mhm.
You know that
Yeah.
you can relate to them at one point,
Right.
and I feel like for everyone that starts up, it's that low point. Like they did it, man. They were doing this, they were doing that, and
They were hustling, man.
Hell yeah.
We can hustle too. Why not?
Fucking grinding, bro.
Yeah.
That's insane, bro. That's crazy.
That's fucking dope, man. Hearing it from, like, somebody else, it's like, dude,
Let's do this
you know,
shit.
yeah, let's do this shit.
And I feel like, I don't know, telling people, I feel like a few people kind of like ask me like, oh, would you cry if you saw this person? And I feel like sometimes it is kind of embarrassing, but
But you're not being real to yourself.
But yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
being real to myself, exactly.
Yeah.
And I know, like, when I saw Skrillex, I, like, cried, bro. I was like, damn, like, I'm seeing him, like,
Oh, yeah.
because a lot of people don't know how much they mean to me.
Right. Right.
I think
Yeah.
the last episode I explained, like, why Skrillex means so much to me and why I was, I cried.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Who would you cry if you saw?
Probably Skrillex.
Skrillex,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Hell yeah.
That's like number one for me.
I don't know
It's
what
like a given.
dude, I don't know what I would do if I met him. Like, you make Dave.
Bro, I'd be shaking, bro. I'd be like,
Bro, yeah,
This
I'd
was
be
shaking
shaking,
as fuck, bro.
nervous
You're
as
probably
fuck,
breathing
bro.
hard as fuck.
I'd be like,
You were like, I was shaky, but I was trying to play it cool. You know.
he's like,
He's like, I just came because they bought me a ticket and shit, you know?
Oh, bro, I'd be tripping, dude. I'd be like, yo.
I'd be like, hold up.
I know, I'd be like, this is not real. I'd be like,
I'd be like,
I'll be checking my calls and shit.
I'd be like this, bro. Dude, my palms get sweaty when I be like, you know what I'm saying? I
get nervous?
Yeah, I get nervous, bro.
does anybody got to tell me?
Or they come out,
DJ Travieso, who you man?
or like if like a celebrity just goes through like a airport, you're just like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember, I think one of my I forgot who met it was a rapper, but they took a picture with him and everything, and I was like, yo, they were that close to him and they were just cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Just any celebrity, really. I was like, dude, I'd be fucking tripping.
depends. There'd be some assholes.
I know, there'd be some, but like the ones that, like my friend met Steve Aoki.
Yeah.
Dude, he took a picture with him and everything. I
Oh,
was
yeah,
like,
you told me about that.
yeah, dude. I was like,
Like,
yo,
how?
yeah, I'm like, yo, I would
And
be
you-
so nervous walking up and be
Yeah.
like, do you mind taking a pic? You know, I'd be
Yeah.
And you told me that he met him like in the least place expected.
yeah, bro. He was
In
wearing
a
like
restaurant, no?
Yeah, I'll put the picture.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. He's like, dude, my friend met Steve Aoki.
I thought he was playing.
Yeah, me too. In my head, I'm like, biche chino.
That's crazy though. That was like at a random place.
Yeah.
I paid for it.
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
See, bro?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
wild.
yeah.
Yeah, bro, I'd be tripping.
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, I was like, man, he was just out in the open. I'd be like, oh.